Yes?
Shawnee, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you saw Cohen shortly before he died.
That's right. How did you know?
I found his sword.
He died during the battle at Brenna, on my operating table.
You were a medic at Brenna?
I worked alongside a surgeon named Rusty, best doctor I ever knew.
Knew?
He died when the Catriona plague erupted, in Maribor. Though a halfling, he could operate like no one else. He made everything seem simple. Stitch red to red, yellow to yellow, white to white, and everything will be all right. You wouldn't understand.
Sorry, Shawnee, I didn't know him. Do you know anything about this sword?
No, but you should ask the dwarf, Sultan Chive. His knowledge of weapons is unmatched. Yes?
Shawnee, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
I need your help with an autopsy.
An autopsy? Since when do you deal with stuff like that?
Since I started investigating Salamandra.
Okay, though, I'm no coroner. You'll have to interpret our findings. We'll meet in the evening. Until then, gather as many clues as possible.
I'll sniff around.
Get the body from the gravedigger. We'll meet at the hospital in the evening.
How do I find information to help the autopsy?
Ask Vincent Mice, but also look for books on anatomy and pathology.
Farewell. I'm sleepy.
Oh, it hurts.
Fire, fill my heart.
I'm cold.
Hey.
Geralt.
Not to.
You mean,
However, sounds
not the...
Thanks.
Where will they bury me?
This place stinks.
Maybe not.
I saw a fail. No one here.
This place stinks.
Hard day. Stupid game. And what's that?
Hello, darling. What do you need?
Could you hand over the prisoner's body for an autopsy?
For a bottle of dwarven liquor. Get in.
What's that? How strange.
Interesting.
I'm angry. Good food's hard to come by. When will the merchants be allowed back into the city?
How did things go at the warehouse once I left?
Quickly.
Good. I admit I was hoping for a bit more, but it's always a few bandits less.
That's the last time you use me. I'm not a general avenger.
Had no choice, believe me. It won't happen again. You have my word. I guess you plan to continue the investigation.
Don't have a choice.
I can't help officially, but I'll leave you to it. Anything you learn, I'd be glad to hear.
You ever do autopsies?
What for? Punctured stomachs mean gang warfare. Torn off heads mean beasts. And black tongues mean poison. The first case, we pressure ram's meat. The second, we pass on to the Order or a Witcher. The third, we go to the victim's wife. The culprit 90% of the time. Autopsies are a waste of time.
1, 2, 3.
Something must be done about it. What?
I wanted to talk.
Okay.
Someone informed them about my
What do you suggest?
The professor, after you released him.
I got no time.
You let the professor out of prison.
His bail was paid. That's the law.
But you can bend the law.
I don't tell you how to hunt monsters. You don't tell me how to do my job.
But
I'm not gonna explain myself to you.
what do you do nights? Meet
Nothing unnatural about spending nights in the trade quarter.
Where do you get gold for that?
Don't always need coin to get by.
Wealthy friends? I've got no real proof, so I'll have to wait to decide.
Sounds like your mountain has turned into a molehill. If you stumble upon any real leads, come by.
Terrible times.
What do you want?
You need a... What?
Greeting.
You look pale.
Ointments, herbs and spices.
Oh, you're getting old, Granny.
Oh. Where's my cat?
Damn, what a freak. Society made me what I am.
Damn it!
So long.
I need to rest.
Made up your mind?
Damn, what a freak.
Ooh, I hurt.
Oh, woe is me.
Why the grief?
My husband haunts me.
Haunts you in your bedchamber?
My late husband haunts me.
Tell me more.
My husband died a month since, and now haunts...
I'm listening.
Worst, he flies around the cemetery at night shouting lies about me.
It will cost you 200 orens if I succeed.
Oh, that's a hefty sum.
Where will I find you when I'm done?
I'm here every day at noon.
Why can't I collect payment when I want?
Are you daft?
So long.
What do you need? Nothing like a good drink.
About the prisoner.
Where you want the body dumped?
At the hospital.
It'll be there by evening.
Farewell. Right.
Yo-ho!
You're not likely to tell me.
What do you need?
Why is this?
Because the... Fear not.
Tell me something.
What do you...
Farewell.
What's this? Ah!
Granny.
Curious.
Have you come to pray to the Great Mother?
I'm not very religious.
Melitele loves even those who go astray.
That's kind of her.
How can I help?
Tell me more about your goddess.
Melitele is mother of all living things.
Why does the statue represent 3 figures?
The goddess has 3 faces.
What are those?
A young, carefree girl.
I see.
How can I help?
I seek something and found a clue I can't understand.
It is well you came. The goddess is infinitely wise.
The clue says...
3 faces. That's Melitele.
And the sacrifice?
Only nature's harvest. Fruit, plants, flowers. Oh!
Really? Fruits, plants, like, I have them. So why the fuck I cannot? Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm so tired. Oh!
How strange.
Who's this? Why did she treat me?
I am ever so clever.
Nonsense, a ghastly beast exacts revenge.
Perhaps this messenger transformed into a phantom house.
I should get him again.
Oh my.
Connections are everything. If he wants snow from me...
I can't meditate with the fire out. Seems I have to light it first.
Which one? Anytime.
Because goddamn, it is irritating. And of course I have this one.
That makes no sense.
Of course I cannot use beds. So what the hell? This, right?
How strange.
Look lively.
What's this?
We'll all die.
Ready for the autopsy?
Let's get started.
We'll begin in a minute.
Some kind of curse. We'll all die.
Race, human. Gender, male. Wounds, extensive.
Shani, this isn't a lecture hall.
Whatever you say. He died yesterday, torn to pieces.
Could a human have inflicted these wounds?
Only with a 2-foot jaw.
A werewolf?
The moon's shining. Wouldn't he turn into a lycanthrope?
I guess.
Geralt, no need to test me. I'm a professional. Moving on.
The bone marrow has been sucked out. Must be scavengers.
Very likely. Plenty around the cemetery.
So, he was torn to pieces after he died. I'm interested in the cause of death.
I also see some stab wounds. A blade 2 fingers wide.
Something's wrong. His head's in an unnatural position, his hands twisted.
The wounds can't explain that.
Some kind of fit?
No indication of other symptoms.
Poison, maybe. But then why would someone stab him?
We'll find out. Let's check his internal organs. He wasn't killed with a weapon. What next?
Let's see the lungs.
As I suspected, he didn't die from stab wounds.
Let's look at the heart.
The blade severed the aorta, but internal bleeding is limited.
So the heart stopped beating long before?
Precisely. Someone stabbed a dead body.
Check the liver.
Completely cirrhotic. A strong poison affected the nervous system. Practically unavailable.
For an alchemist?
A gifted alchemist could obtain it.
I need proof.
Alchemical poisons cause certain changes. Look, the tongue was crudely extracted, but not all the blackened tissue was removed.
Blackened?
Yes, the poison caused necrosis of the tongue, so the murderer removed it.
So we're certain a gifted alchemist is the murderer.
A gifted alchemist who's a crappy surgeon.
Kalkstein. He wanted to implicate the bandits, but he failed to foresee a professional autopsy. Thanks, Shani. That's the evidence I needed.
Good. I'm exhausted.
We'll all die. We'll all die.
Stop and start recording, because if the video gets too long, it might cause problems.